Welcome to this level 31 episode of Voodu Warlock 2023. The quests that I'm doing in this episode are Sharn Chain 2. I do this with a group of guildies, and we do the first one on R8, and we do the final 3 on R10. I was very pleased with their performance, and I'm trying to do some extra narration. These are all grabs from the live stream, but I'm trying to do some extra narration to help you develop your tanking skills. Quest tanking is a different skill set than raid tanking. I mean, there's a lot of overlap, and they can be the same builds, but managing the aggro of a bunch of trash mobs is a different thing than just holding the boss in a certain place. Not to diminish the role of one versus the other. I like to do both, but experience with quests is a huge help when quest tanking, knowing where the mobs are, knowing where the mobs are going to come from, knowing situations where you might be getting mobs coming from multiple directions, and I try to point some of those things out. Also, how to channel mobs, instead of fighting mobs on multiple sides, maybe trying to channel them down one corridor, for example. I think the gear is exactly the same as the last episode. I'm just not sure if I had changed out my one augment yet. So I put the legendary Demon Heart Emerald in there. That's got the proc that gives 150 temporary hit points. I thought that would be better than what I pulled out, which was the essence of the Champion of the Twins. That procs a heal on you once in a while. Just these temporary hit points proc way more often than the healer's bounty. So it's the improved demonic shield is what the ability is called, from the legendary Demon Heart Emerald, and that emerald comes from Isle of Dread. I think it can come from basically any Isle of Dread chest, I believe. Other than that, the gear is exactly the same as it was before. For my level 31 feet, I did take legendary toughness, so it's an additional 100 hit points. I wasn't that crazy about any of the other options for tanking, as I could have taken Font of Life that help, healing amplification and positive spell power. I do have, a few different spells that I'm using that benefit from positive spell power, but I just decided to go with legendary toughness, and after multipliers, I think that's giving me about 155 hit points approximately. After this introduction, I'll be taking 32. It'll be the first time I'm taking level 32 on this character ever. So that's pretty cool. Reaper points are, maxed out. There's nothing more to say there. Favor, just continuing to plug away. I did pick up the Sharn favor I needed to get all the bonuses that I wanted. I still have Argonessin, House J, Keepers of the Feather, Moorgrave University, and the 12 to work on. Let's see, Epic Destiny. I have some points unspent. This is the way it was set up for the quest that we did in this video. I don't think I've really taken anything beyond what was in the last. I can't remember. Maybe I think I might have taken some positive healing amplification there. I might pick up 6 more reflex saves there. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with my remaining points. I'm not sure if I'm going to get 4 more or what. We'll see. We'll talk about that next episode. All right. Please enjoy Sharn Chain 2 from the live stream. Stepping into no refunds are 8.
Did you see what I wrote?
Oh, no, as far as I can tell, this is all who wants in. I don't remember who was there yesterday. like to kiss the glass here and see if there are any Reapers that we can pull through. I don't see any Reapers coming through. Oh yeah, there's one coming through on the right. It's got maybe a famine. This is a good way to isolate some Reapers from the other mobs before you get things started, is if there are any Reapers nearby, they'll just come right through the glass. Or right through the barrier. Alright, let's go up and down the ramp. Oh, we got some Reapers over there. Double Fear Reaper. And they just activated.
Like Wonder Twin powers?
We're about to find out. One Fear's dead. The other's held. Doesn't look... Oh, there is a... Yeah, it looks like there's a crest in here. Maybe. Oh, no, that's upstairs. No crest in the dressing rooms. I just picked up one. You see that? I've got mobs in my Everard's Black Tentacles. Some of those mobs were sticking in, even though I'm not a DC caster, because Everard's Black Tentacles is a very weird DC that includes a strength check. So even if you're not a DC caster, it's going to have some value. It's not going to work as good as if I had better DCs, but it does have some value even on a non-DC Warlock like this tanky build. NG. We probably have some mobs that were buffed that we didn't know were, like, you know, nearby. Like that guy's buffed. I got Paytex's Stone. Alright, I now have 3 crests. Did anybody pick up the other one?
I have not.
Okay, we'll just keep going.
The last one's here.
Okay, we got all 4 now. I missed a remnant back there, so I'm just gonna go grab it real quick, and I'll meet you guys at the door. Remnant there. Oh, I missed 3 remnants. Doom. I missed a couple remnants, so I'm gonna go back for them. It's a good data point, Mediath. So I'm always talking about like how Reaper XP at Legendary is huge compared to anything else. You know, and we were comparing the difference between R6, R8, and R10 Legendary Reaper XP yesterday. You know, and it's approximately, you know, just ballpark, you know, it's about 1,000 Reaper XP per skull at Legendary is what you get. But, you know, the size of your pot matters, the length of the quest matters, there's some variables. But, you know, ballpark is about 1,000 Reaper XP per skull. By the way, if you didn't know this secret passage was here, you just come up on the chandelier. Look, we're right across from the room with the puzzle. You can get full trap bonus just right here by getting the pressure plates, and you get a chest. So if you have a trapper and you're doing this quest, you definitely want to get that secret passages and those traps, because that adds not only to regular XP but Reaper XP. Trap bonus adds to Reaper XP going in. So, you know, on R6 we were getting about 6,000 Reaper XP, but, you know, Media just sent me a tell, you know, he's doing, you know, heroics. Did a heroic R6 and got 1,700, level 12, the base level 12 one got 1,700 Reaper XP. You know, it's probably a lot more work than the R6 we did yesterday. But, you know, in a group, you might be able to do R6 heroics pretty fast. Voices. Yeah, dude, go for it. Standard issue. I'm literally wearing that right now. But that's just the basic one. Good choice.
Either way is fine by me.
Please let me go first when we go down. This bottom of the stairs here can turn into a shit show real fast. Oh, Darkus, you're new to the game. Oh, you were talking... Okay, so this is... Hands for Eyes was not referring to our conversation from earlier about bank tabs and side. Yeah, so if you could be playing on lower resolution or something, I'm playing on 1440. Alright, I'm going up to do the talking. Definitely your resolution is going to affect how many hotbars and stuff. And welcome to DDO, by the way. Well, I stream on my channel every weekday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm only here on DDO stream on Saturdays, so we love to answer, you know, but I do this morning show 6 days a week. We love to answer viewer questions, and we have an awesome community at my channel, and it's a very new and returning player friendly heading down community and channel. So if you ever have questions about DDO, you're always welcome to ask here and on my show. And the other streamers, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people who stream DDO, and like, I think everybody's pretty cool. You know, DDO is a pretty tight-knit community. I think most streamers will probably be pretty happy to answer new player questions, to be honest with you. Wow. That was intense. Run
I
that back
walked right
here,
into
too.
that.
Looks like we got See Me Stone. Let's stay tight when we go down, please. But let's wait till we do the tavern part. Looks like Nastasha is going to go do that. Thank you, Nastasha. Let's make sure we stay together, because we are in on our 10. If we start splitting up down there, it's going to turn into a hornet's nest. I don't do a lot of R10s. I mean, I guess I do a decent amount of them, but that's not like my standard difficulty. Like, I want to be in a good group before I'm going to do R10s. We got a good group. We got the rolls covered, you know. We got Traper, we got some heals, we got a Bard, we got a tank. Yeah, I'm good with doing R10s in that situation. Going in. Don't go down that alleyway. That's an ambush with where those collectibles are.
Do 'em.
Doom Ripper.
I got him.
Nikki landed on my head.
Just me and See Me. Noise. That was all you, See Me, because I sure as hell don't have any DPS. This is one of those scenarios, you know, this mob's coming from all over. It's tough for a tank to, you know, get all the aggro, and some mobs snuck up from behind, and it demonstrates how hard these mobs are really hitting. So, you know, with the tank, if I'm grabbing all the aggro and taking all the hits, you know, it can really look like I'm not really doing anything. But
Ready?
the tank is built to take those hits, right? But when the mobs get loose and start hitting everybody else, you see how quickly things can go sideways. So I just took the SLA of Resurrection out of the Unyielding Sentinel tree, and I'm liking it. I never took that before because I, you know, limited Destiny points, but now I have more Destiny points, and so it's only one. I like it. It's a lot faster than throwing from a scroll, you know. Yeah, I had leftovers yesterday, probably again today. Alright, I think we need to go to the west. I think that's the way we were going. Be wrong, though. Looking for the lady in black. Here she is. Watch your 6. Don't touch anything. Let the trappers do their thing. Now, if you ever accidentally trigger the traps in here, they do move in a clockwise pattern, so you can, you know, knowing that you can kind of stay away from them. It's challenging. You got to keep moving, but if that's what you got to do to stay alive, then you got to do what you got to do.
That's all the traps.
Noise. I'm going to the right. Hit save boost if you need. I'm going slow just in case somebody gets jacked on these spikes. I could grab their stone or something. I probably should have gone fast so I could grab the aggro of that guy, but they help him, so that's great. We do have a trapper. We have an artificer. And probably Madame Pew Pew as well. Yeah, he's got 6 robes. We actually have 2 trappers. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about that last room. Sorry, I was reading quickly. Incoming. Remnants. I think 5 stacks of remnants. Reaper. I think we're clear. I'm going down the toilet. Let's start in the left cubby. After we kill the red name, we'll switch to the first cubby. I don't want us to go out to the center. That way we can control the flow of aggro during this fight better. Please and thank you. So this is one that can get out of hand really quickly. Because you basically got like mobs coming from all sides. All right, I'm starting it. Right? However, you can really control the flow of aggro by hanging out in these cubbies. Because as mobs come out from those far pipes, they will actually aggro on the NPCs typically before you, because the NPCs are usually out in the middle. And those NPCs are actually invulnerable. They're invincible. They can't die in any event. So even though it says protect Evan, he's not actually going to die, and the quest isn't going to fail. Let's switch over to the first cubby.
Let's do them.
We got famine as well. Be careful. They didn't aggro on them because the NPCs are pretty far over here, but you know, now they are. They will. Now they're out there in the middle. And, you know, it's better for NPCs to aggro on, or mobs to aggro on NPCs than your party. You know, if you're all out here in the center, back it up into the cubby, then mobs are aggroing on you from all directions. And that's bad. It does require some Venji. We're going to want to make sure to kill him before the last before we destroy this group. But let's kill most of the group first. Circle. Alright, let's kill the Venji now. And the reason why we wanted to kill the Venji before all the mobs were dead, because there's just wave after wave. So I'd rather just have like 1 or 2 mobs buffed than have the next wave come out and the Venji goes down and buffs the entire wave. That's the worst case scenario. Despair Reaper makes landing DC spells harder because they increase the mob's buffs. But Oda's Irresistible Dance will work on a Despair Reaper no matter what, because it's irresistible, baby. No save. They still buff the mobs around them, though. It's nice to have that no save spell for those situations. Great job, guys. No deaths in that fight on R10's awesome. Got remnants in both cubbies. Stepping into Blown Deadline, R10.
Alright, I now need 412 Reaper XP for my next point.
Nice. I think you'll get that this run.
I think there's a chance, yes.
Oh, I need 80,000 to my 174th. Breakables up there. Breakables bonuses do add to Reaper XP. So I do like to do some breakables when I'm doing Legendary Reapers. That's free Reaper XP. But when you're talking that big first time Legendary Reaper XP, hell yeah, I want those bonuses. Trap bonuses, breakables bonuses, bonuses for bonuses. Can't intimidate these guys, but I can use my Knight's Challenge shield, my Captain America shield, to grab their aggro. Jump in, at least 3 remnants. Grab the aggro, that way everybody else can focus on doing the things that their build is meant to do. My job, grab the aggro. That way they don't have to jump around like a jackass to stay, worry about staying alive. Because the aggro's not all over the place, you know what I'm saying? I'm grabbing it. That is the job of the tank. Remnant in the back and bottom of the ramp, couple of them. Remnants bottom of the ramp. I'd like to demonstrate the thing where I pull them back through the pit, so if you all could wait right here, appreciate your patience.
This is the best part of the stream.
I guess after this first group. Okay, please wait right here. Hang out in the back. I'm going to pull the mobs over the pit. Paytex, come on back, please. Aggroed on Paytex. So you can come in here. And you just grab the aggro. You come back over the tracks, right? And then they just fall into the pit. And if you're patient, you can actually get all of them. Every one of those mobs, except for, of course, the mage fire cannon. You might have to, you know, go way back to the previous room. All right, we can move forward now. That's good enough. You just fall down to the pit, baby. You know, and then when you're going over the pit, you could just laugh at them down there, right? You don't have to fight them. Mage fire cannons are like one of the very few mobs where I've noticed that the Captain America shield from Knight's Challenge does not work on. It should. You know, that's exactly what it should be for, is getting things like constructs and stuff, but it doesn't. It also, I don't think works on like watcher constructs, like the floaty balls. It doesn't seem to work on those either. But that's probably the only two mobs that I've noticed that doesn't work on. You can get, you know, unintelligent undead, golems, plant monsters that you can't intimidate. Some plant monsters you can't intimidate, like some shambling mounds I think you can intimidate. But, you know, like twig blights you can't intimidate. So if you don't want to get fried when you're pulling this last valve, then just jump up on this platform up here and pull that last valve from here. And even if you pull that last valve and you're like, shoot, I wanted to use this shrine. Now the floor is electric. You can just make sure you stand on the steps and you can use that shrine safely. And then you just jump over here.
Good, dude.
Yeah, he'll go down. He'll fall.
We can actually drop it down.
And Dooms don't teleport, so he's done. Nice. Doom Reapers are really dumb. They don't teleport. They don't path well. They can't climb stairs or ladders. It's easy to use their dumbness against them. They're just big dumb trucks, folks. That's all they are.
Benji.
Circle. Gonna get big because that just buffed the boss, but he's almost dead, so probably wouldn't have been a problem. But just to be safe, the quest is over anyways. Might as well use my Undying Vanguard just to make sure things don't go sideways at the last second. Because if he had scored one hit on me, he would have taken me out. Yeah, I definitely do that. I definitely can drift into different voices. It's funny to me. I don't think it's funny to anybody else, but it makes me laugh. Oh, nice. I got a Reaper. Zarashak Ward. Because if I'm still buffering really bad and stuff, what I'm probably going to do is just wrap it up after this quest. But I'm in reach for this guy, R10. But if it's leveled off, then keep going. Do another speed test here. I need to step away just for like 15 seconds. All right, I'm back. Somebody went up there and talked to that guy. Somebody went and talked to the dude and said, detaining those mercenaries, right?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. So even if you're going to do the backdoor method like we're doing right now, you still want to go into the front door, and there's a guy to the right that you can have a dialogue with, and you want to select the dialogue. He's like in the second room. Once you go in the second room to the right, and you tell him like detaining those mercenaries would be the best use of your time. And he'll take off, and what he does is he takes Zulkish and Urk out of the end fight, leaving you with just Rudis and Gish, making the end fight easier on you. Right? So even if you're going to do the backdoor method, I recommend going in there and, making the end fight easier on yourself. It's good now? Okay, maybe we'll have a full show. And I'm now at the top. Okay, let's go in. Let's not enter the intersection. So I just want to grab their aggro. That way we can channel them from one direction. Vengeance Reaper and Famine. Circle.
I can't get to the door.
Yeah, the door was acting weird to me too. ahead and get big. We got a Benji Reaper buff
Out of all of
mobs.
the mobs, how it was possible to just to kill the Vengeance?
So we killed a Vengeance Reaper prematurely, and that buffed the mobs. So I used my Undying Vanguard to make sure I could survive. As you can see, it gets pretty intense when Vengeance Reaper buffed mobs start hitting folks. That's a tough fight right there. That's why, like, one of the reasons why I said, like, let's not go into the intersection, although it didn't help. Because what can happen is when you go out here, you get them from the left and from the right, and you're fighting a war on two fronts. You know, so you just have, you know, the tank can go in and aggro them and just pull them here. That way everything's coming in from one direction. That can help. But a Vengeance Reaper, you know, is going to complicate anything, right? Let's go. Multiple remnants on the stairs. I'll go up and get the levers. Both levers are pulled. Make sure you open up the shrine room here because this fight is gnarly. I'm going in.
Good God.
These tactical detonations are really, really nasty. And, you know, force explosions and whatnot. You want to especially watch out for the whatnot, because the whatnot will get you. I think that's what took CMCU out. And they'll hit you through the door, and then you're going to get these guys coming up, mobs coming in. You know, if you don't take them out fast enough, then these jack wagons will wander up, and then you're fighting the more guys. It's Famine Reaper at the bottom of the stairs. Alright, let's wait for Simi. He should be just about off timer. Let's go. Arnie coming in. Doesn't look like anybody needs the shrine. Okay, somebody's got Nastasia Stone. We can go ahead and do the next fight. Throw the shield at him to get his aggro, because I can't intimidate a golem. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Make sure there's not somebody over here lingering. D-doors are up.
Wonder how they got me up here.
I got Simi Stone.
There's nothing around.
Yeah, there were 4 Wraiths. They were probably pew-pewing at you and you didn't see them. I won't rant about spiral stairs or anti-gravity buttons. I won't rant about spiral stairs or anti-gravity buttons. I just want you to know that deep inside my heart, it's very hard for me not to do that in those instances. I'm trying here. There is not a sucker-free Sunday this week. Man, we had a great day on Monday on my channel. Well, it was a very solid day, let's say. But just, I think just because of the holiday week, you know, it just quieted down as the week progressed. Benji up here. Circle. Good to kill. Good job. I'm gonna grab both bosses. If you want, you can just grab Gish. You don't have to grab them both. But I'm just grabbing them both for demonstrative reasons. Maybe this is folly, but... So that was probably my bad there, although CMCU was a little bit too close. I did move, like I was here. Maybe he wouldn't have got hit, and I adjusted to here. Keep your distance from these guys. You know, their reach can hit you. Good job, guys. Legendary Shattered Onyx is a nice one. That's just the basic one.